Hello everyone, Paul Flores from Orange Unified School District, and today we're going to be talking podcasting. Before we get started, I want to let you know that at the end of this entire Kyte module, after answering the quiz questions, you'll receive a slide deck that's going to provide you with all the how-to videos, templates, and step-by-step instructions that you see here, and then you can use those with your students in helping them create a podcast. So let's go ahead and get started. If you're not familiar with podcasts other than maybe listening to them and wanting to know the connection between podcasting and school, I have a video here from John Spencer who articulates this very well. So let's take a minute to listen to what he has to say.
A podcast is a series of audio files that you can download and listen to on pretty much any device. Most podcasts come in a series, and podcast listeners will subscribe to their favorite podcasts using an app. So why should students podcast? Number one, it doesn't take fancy equipment. Students can record and even edit audio on their smartphones or tablets. Number two, you can listen on the go. Students have access anywhere and at any time to new ideas and perspectives. And meanwhile, you as a teacher get a chance to check for understanding on the go. Number three, it's a chance for students to develop their voice. Here, students own the entire process, from inquiry and research up through composition, editing, and launching. Number four, it's a chance for all students to participate. Because you can prep ahead of time and edit afterwards, each student can create their episodes at their own pace. And number five, it develops lifelong skills like critical thinking, empathy, and communication.
Now that you have an idea of why maybe you might podcast with your students, I'm going to move forward. And this part here is I just labeled is good to know. And it's always nice to connect research with what you're doing. So in the first one, I'm just going to point out the bolded part that I put. It says here, when words are spoken aloud, children can understand ideas that are 2 to 3 grade levels higher than their normal reading level. So this is going to be great for students that are maybe struggling with their reading, but definitely have the listening skills to participate in some subject or content that you want to share. The next one is teachers working, kids working with podcasts. It's become quite popular. They're called kidcasts. But at the bottom here, you notice they're able to practice their speaking abilities, discuss topics they are interested in, and learn in a brand new way. So this is going to be, you'll see a direct connection with EL students that need more time speaking and connecting with other students and sharing their ideas. The third one and the last one, where you have a study done with English of speakers of other languages, teacher candidates displayed positive effects. Having podcasts implemented resulted in improved teacher attitudes and perceptions. So I thought that was a good piece of information as well, because we also want to be happy about what we're doing when we're teaching, and we want to be engaged just like the students. So moving forward. Quickly, I just want to give you a standards connection, and this is important for obvious reasons. These are 6th, 7th, and 8th grade standards. However, these could be across the board, and each grade level from 3rd all the way up through 12 have something similar with supporting claims. And on the left, I put an article from Newsela. Those of you that are not familiar with Newsela, it's a great resource. This is just something kids are very familiar with right now, and they could probably speak to. If you click to that article, you'll find that you can alter the Lexile level. And when you do, it alters the text within that article. So take some time and check that out if you get a chance, if you're not familiar with it. So here, you're going to trace and evaluate an argument, give claims. You find an article that is conducive to that, and you can have a podcast just on talking about that. Again, a great resource, Newsela. And the ability to alter that Lexile. So if you're going to have students make a podcast and it relate to standards, great source to use. Okay, so moving forward. The next connection I want to make is the ELD proficiency levels, their descriptors. And I just clipped out collaborative because it was just very conducive to podcasting. So you can see, just pointing out some of the examples. If they do an interview, participate in face-to-face conversation with peers. Over here, initiate simple conversations on social and academic topics. Express more complex feelings, needs, ideas, opinions. So again, as we move forward, you'll see ideas for podcasting, but all of these fit right into that. So the students expressing their voice. In short, I hope that kind of puts a purpose and meaning to podcasting. So now that we've made that purpose and connection, in the next lesson, we're going to move forward with how do we deliver a lesson in podcasting to our students.